Timeout talk. Timeout talk.
You're on mute, Josh.
Wasn't on. I was muted. Muted the entire time. We're here. We're live. Veterans Day. There you go. There we go. We're always getting on Ben for the Wi-Fi. Well, guess what? I was muted. But ladies and gentlemen, want to welcome everybody in. Happy Veterans Day. Welcome back to another weekly edition of Time on Talks, which is sponsored by Chills and Thrills, the Ice Shaker, and of course the Kirk Minahan Show, and streaming on the one and only Minifan Network. I'm Josh. You've got Ben here. I was the problem this time, but plenty to talk about. Ben, where do we even start, man? We got a lot. We got Bruins, we got Celtics, we got Patriots, Steelers, a bunch. Rob's on Twitch. We've got everyone laughing at me.
Hey, love it. No. Don't worry, Josh. I got a feeling I'll give you a little problem, too. Don't worry. The Wi-Fi will come up and we'll be even. But it's good for me right now. So, Josh, I think we should start with the Steelers just so I can get this out. I mean, the Wi-Fi is good. We can get through that one because that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing, and I meant to say, almost disrespectful to watch. That was just an atrocity. That was an awful game. This offense, they stink. They stink, Josh, right now, this team. Hey, Mary. Get a new merch. I don't know. I'm not sure about that, but
we could try.
Josh, that was one of the worst games. Yeah, we could try. But that was one of the worst games I've ever seen in quite some time from them. It was, like I said, I had three big words. It was embarrassing, disrespectful, and to be honest, disgusting. That performance, it was awful. I mean, this was one of the worst games I've ever seen from them. I mean, I don't know how many times they just kind of rushed. There we go. Listen, was it all on Aaron Rodgers? No, but I mean, how many times are they gonna have him rush from the edge, have him step up, and then just collapse the middle? I mean, I'm no X's and O's in football. You know, I've only played a couple of weeks in my lifetime, broke my wrist, but even I saw that. I know the announcers said it too, but I saw it the whole time. They just kept running the same stunt on us, and he just kept stepping up, and he can't move. He's 41 years old, 41, whatever it is. He can't move. He throws in the dirt, or he gets sacked, or he overthrows it. The offense was just awful. Defense stepped up in the first half, but they can only do so much. Come on, Vidal's killing us. I mean, Ladd, they just... I don't know how Ladd's making some of those catches. Yeah, I saw that answer. Mary, that was a good point. Yeah, he was being honest, and just like me right now, it's just that was awful. I don't want him coming back next year. Don't come back next year. I know we had that little rumor before, and this just highlights the problem for us, Josh. We just keep doing the same thing. Did we? Oh, I didn't realize that. He's a good little. I didn't even know he was out there in the market. Yeah, is there? No, this is the same setup, I think. I think it's the same setup. I don't see anything else different with it. But, thinking about Kyler. I'm thinking about Kyler, Jimmy. Kyler, I think, would be kind of decent for us over here. Fields, at this point, I probably would have still went with Rodgers, but, I mean, Kyler's out there. I know I've had own issues with him in fantasy this year, but, I mean, Kyler's younger. He's mobile. I just need somebody that can move, Josh. Because I'm tired of these 40-year-old quarterbacks, the Duck Hodgeses. And, hey, at this point, to be honest, I'm even itching for Mason Rudolph. I mean, Mason Rudolph was good for us. He could move around. He helped us get to that wild card berth. he was at least mobile. I just need somebody that can move around and create plays like Drake May. I'm just jealous of the Pats for that one. I hate to give him even more credit, Josh, but I just need somebody. That's the NFL right now. You got to be able to move from the pocket because these pass rushers are elite. They got crazy defenses now, and you got to be able to move in a division with Lamar, Joe Burrow, and the Browns. Say the Browns are going to get a young quarterback. They're awful. They're going to get a young quarterback that they'll eventually ruin, but they got some talented quarterback coming to the future, most likely. We need to get younger, Josh. We need to get younger in that position. We can't keep doing the same thing with these old vets and expect a different result. I'm just kind of tired of it. I mean, look, Herbert. Look what Herbert's doing with that group. I know they just got Keenan Allen kind of upgrade that wide receiver core, but Herbert was doing that with guys like Ladd and without Keenan Allen before. So you need a quarterback that can elevate everybody. Rodgers isn't it. Wilson isn't it. Duck Hodges isn't it. Rudolph isn't it. We got to just start fresh there. We got to draft somebody. Even to be honest, it was a tough one Sunday night. I don't even want to talk about it. And that's some of those picks. That second one wasn't his fault. Calvin Austin's got to get it. That is a crazy photo. The offensive line wasn't doing any favors, Josh, but Aaron Rodgers at the same token wasn't either. So just it's making me consider, hey, might as well just try Will Howard out there. Let's see what he can do. No, I never got that one, Rob. Don't worry. I never got that one. I didn't buy into it, and I was sort of buying into it, Josh, but these past couple weeks I've just said, he's not coming back next year. We just got to start fresh, and I'm even considering this Will Howard. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't show it to me these next 2 weeks, I know the division's still in hand, but might as well let the kid loose. Let's see what we can do with him because I'm maxed out on Rodgers.
Ben maxed out on Aaron Rodgers. The comments flying in here. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in, dealing with our technical difficulties, or my technical difficulty, I should say. Ben's been great. Ben's been great across for the Wi-Fi there, or the computer. But other than that, Steelers has been talked about. Not so good. I just so it hurts me on a personal level because I'm doing great in one fantasy league. It's a points league. Records get into play too here, but Patrick Mahomes on the bye. I pick up Aaron Rodgers. I'm feeling good. Ben was kind of talking me into it last week. He took his Steelers to win the game. I'm not sold on the Chargers, so I'm like, you know what? This Chargers defense is overrated. The Chargers are super overrated. Like, Aaron Rodgers is going to be fine, right? They'll be fine. I didn't even watch much of the game, but I was just kind of keeping up an eye because, again, I'm glad I didn't. But if you haven't, you got to watch Welcome to Derry, HBO. Great show. Was watching that. But I was checking my phone. I'm like 3-2. All right, maybe this is slow start. And then I see the game ended. Rodgers had me like 9 points, 2 interceptions. Ben, I don't know what it is, but I thought this was going to be another week where, the Steelers kind of play down to competition coming into this game. This is a good game on paper. They're going to step up. They're going to do what they did against the Colts. Nope. The Chargers go in, who I'm not set on at all, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to lead that into my Patriots take a little bit after, but I would rather, Charlie, I would rather watch Pennywise than the Steelers this past Sunday night. I might have to burn it for Ben because the world is falling. And I wanted Ben's. I was actually going to come on here tonight and ask Ben. They started off 4-2, whatever it was, 4-1. Now you're 5-4, Ben. I don't even know if playoffs are. I don't know. Is it up for grabs?
We're still in the division leader.
For sure. The Ravens are kind of catching steam. I know Mary's been hyping the Ravens for a few weeks. Charlie as well. Ben, Shane told me. Cody said this himself. Cody, as you guys know, my brother, huge Steelers fan. He has mentioned he might even want to move on to Will Howard, but I did not see Ben coming in here and saying he wants to move on to Will Howard in the season. I heard Cody saying, maybe after the season's done, maybe we kind of develop him, but is Mary right? Is it farewell Rogers and farewell Steelers? I mean, are we doing this now?
I mean, Josh, it's getting bad. It's getting bad, and we still have to play the Ravens twice, so that's the thing. I know we're a game up on them. We got Cincy this week at home. That should be a win. Then we go over to Chicago, play the Bears. They've a little inconsistent, so we've got 2 winnable games. I know Chicago's not the easiest one. Right now, Caleb Williams is looking good, but it's still a winnable game. You got to go over there. You got to get these games. I mean, this is the second half. We had a little cakewalk of the first half season. Second half is a little tougher, so you got to get these tough wins. No excuses. Colts won. Hey, at home, needing that win. I saw that one. To be honest, Josh, I saw us losing this one. Obviously, I took the Steelers. I'm going to take the Steelers every time, but I saw us being a letdown game, come back down to earth. I think the Chargers really showed themselves, too. That defense, as Josh mentioned, everybody a little iffy on them. I think they're legit now. Yeah. That offense, obviously, hey, with Ladd's going like the way he's going, and Keenan Allen could be a nice veteran complimentary piece over there. Even Big Q stepping up. We're making him look like a superstar. Vidal with Omari and Hampton now, he's been stepping up in a nice role. So once they get Hampton back, that's a nice little 1-2. So they got a good squad. They got a good squad over there, but I was expecting just a better result, just a better fight, Josh. That was just embarrassing. Like I said, the 3 was embarrassing, disgusting, and I forget what the other one was, but I'm going to throw pathetic in there. That was just an awful performance.
Disappointing?
From us. Disappointing. There it was. I get all the emotions mixed up. It was just all those ones, Josh, and thank you for that one, but it was awful. It was awful. I haven't seen a bad game like that in a while from us. And that's leading me to this point of, hey, might as well go with Will Howard. Like I said, he's got a home and away one with Baltimore. Usually split that one. And I mean, if he can't prove himself, at Rogers, I'm saying, if he can't prove himself in these next 2 weeks, then I like that one. I like that one, Jimmy. That's not in my vocab. I can't do that. I can't do those big words. But if he can't show me anything these next couple of weeks, I don't see why not, Josh. I mean, is it really going to get any much better than what this is? I mean, we only got 6 first downs going to the fourth quarter. I mean, what is? Or 0 for 9 on third downs. I mean, we can't, if it's more than, it's over 3rd and 6, we can't get it. We've got like a below 30% percentage on the whole year. So, no, Maris, I'd never do that. Never going to jump on another team. It's the Steelers for life, but I mean something's got to give, Josh. I can't keep seeing Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. It just when there's guys like Burrow, Lamar, and Drake May resurged. Like I mentioned, Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is fun to watch. We just got to get youthful at that position. It's just enough of this, 3 tight end, big running back set. Let's just run the ball 2 times and throw it on third down, mess it up, and go 3 and out. Enough of that. We got to get a little more modern. We got to get with the times for the Steelers, Josh, and nothing's going to change unless we do that. So it's might as well go Will Howard. But yeah, Flacco's still kicking it. It's a little easier when you got Jamar Chase and T. Higgins on both sides of the field to make himself a little younger. So the Bengals got a little different case than us, but. I said, I don't know. I might take a chance on Will Howard, Josh.
I mean, yeah, when I hit that, I'm lost for words. I mean, as you mentioned, big game coming up against the Bengals. You want to get back on track. Then you got the Bears. I mean, 2 kind of sneaky, gritty teams. Bengals have the worst, if not second worst defense in the National Football League. Trust me, I know all about it. They are the AFC Cowboys, but that'll be a good game. Divisional games, they don't always come so easy. I will say, do lean in the Steelers' favor for that. We'll talk about that a little later. But guys, you knew we were going to talk about it. You Patriots fans knew it. We were going to talk about this. I mean, this kid just has it, Ben. He has it. This team is rolling. What is it now? 6, 7 in a row now, I think. I've literally lost track. And Ben, they're hitting on everything. Travion Henderson now is looking like he is just shot out of a cannon for 2 touchdowns there. Mike Vrabel. You're even seeing Kyle Williams now. I mean, I don't know who's quicker, him or Travion Henderson, excuse me. Both looks great. Now you're finally starting to see those draft picks that the Patriots put all their time into. You know, those picks that we were thinking, oh boy, is Henderson going to be another bust? Or, oh boy, is Kyle Williams going to be the next, I don't know, Jalen Polk? I don't think so. I think these guys, they're slowly coming along, Ben. And the biggest thing about the Patriots is somebody new does it every week. And that's what you like to see from those good teams. They didn't play well last night, but teams like the Packers, they give me a Packers vibe. They're very split. You know, they have their number one in Stephon Diggs. They've got a solid running game. But the Patriots, anybody does it week in and week out. Not even just on the offense, on the defense as well, Ben. I see why they didn't go out and make any trades. They didn't have to go crazy because they believed in their staff. And it just seems to me, Ben, it's like a Madden franchise. You know, you got your new coach, you got your new setup. Things aren't the way you really envisioned week one. But then after the first 3 weeks, it's like win. Now you're starting to get those players involved in Madden that you drafted, and now you're turned around and you're like, dude, my video game franchise team is on fire. That's the New England Patriots right now. They're hitting on everything, Ben. And one thing I kind of wanted to throw into discussion here, I'm going to add it to the stage with us, is the standings. I mean, this is where I was going to talk about the Chargers. Like, the Chargers are neck and neck with them. I think they're better than the Chargers. They're better than you. They're just as good as the Broncos. They're just as good as the Colts, who I'm not sold on. The Chiefs, I think if they meet with them in the playoffs, you know, on the line, I have to make a decision. I lean Chiefs, but they've got a world of issues right now. The Bills are imploding. Ben, I'm going to be the first to say it here, and I'm going to say it right now. This New England Patriots team has everything that it takes to, at the very least, make an AFC championship run.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that one just because of what you laid out there, Josh, the field. Yeah, that's a good point from Chiefs. Bears, sneaky 6-3 team over there. They got a good squad over the Bears. Nice. Ben Johnson's really shaped it around kind of like what the Pats are doing over there. I mean, it's just the second year quarterback. You got to really see, obviously that rookie year, you get the kinks out there and everything. Caleb Johnson obviously had a couple of interception problems and all that. Drake, same thing with his turnovers. But you get into that second year and you see if, they're going to be legit or not. And I think they're proving they are. Obviously, as I mentioned, Ben Johnson over there, Drake Megan and McDaniels, the great coordinator, and Mike Vrabel coming over there, stabilizing that head coaching position. Mayo, I think a sour deal. No offense, it's not all on his fault. I think he was thrown in that position a little too early, and they didn't really give him much time to, kind of regroup and kind of set a standard over there. But Vrabel already kind of established himself in Tennessee, comes over here as the obviously Mayo was an ex-player too, but Vrabel's got a little more stature in that regard in the New England franchise. So come over there and kind of just take off. And you're seeing what can happen with those great coaches and legit quarterbacks. It's like I said, if you don't have 41-year-old quarterbacks and you got these young guys like Drake May and Caleb Williams, and obviously Jaden Daniels been hurt, but I got to give it to the Pats. I hate it, but Drake May's legit. He's been legit, and I got to give it to Chris Spatola, too, my old ACC radio host when I was working over there that final year of Drake May's UNC career. He called it. He called it on the show. He said this kid reminds him of Mahomes. He said whoever drafts him is going to get that franchise quarterback. So shout out to Spatola on that one. I know everyone was saying the Allen comparisons, but I kind of agree with him on that one. He kind of looks more like Mahomes. He just gets out of these plays. The Patriots still getting up to second most sacks in the league. He's still getting hit and everything, but he's just getting out of some of these plays, and he's just creating something out of nothing. And some of these deep balls that he's throwing, Mahomes-esque, it's like you said, he's got Diggs as the number one, but he's making these other wide receivers look good. I know Kyle Williams was highly, he wasn't highly regarded. He was, third round pick, I believe, third round pick. So he's turning Booty, he's turning Pump Douglas, and he's turning Williams into, these stars. And that's what you got to do as a quarterback. You got to elevate everyone around you. And that's what he's doing. He's elevating the offensive line. I know I said they just gave up the second most sacks in the league, but they've still been playing better than last year. Wide receivers playing better. And he's just got this whole team humming. So I hate it. I'm going to lie to you, Josh. I hate what I'm seeing over there. Because of what you said. I mean, this conference is wide open. Obviously, Josh slipped that in there too. They're better than us. Yeah, they probably are. But we did beat them. We did beat the Pats, and like I said, we probably got to go back to Foxborough at this point. I don't think the Bills. I don't know. As Josh said, the Bills are imploding. That was just kind of an awful game from them in Miami. So probably have to go to Foxborough. But we did beat them in there, so just throwing that out there. But for the Pats, yeah, I could definitely see an AFC championship run. But I'm more so just jealous of Drake May, Josh. I think he's going to be the best out of the three, best out of Caleb and Jaden. And he's, they got another guy. I hate it. I don't like it, but it's tough. That Tampa game was, it's true, Bears. It's true, Bills are a disaster. And I think Jimmy said it too, the MVP over there, Drake May, is, you're just seeing the difference. You're seeing the difference with Drake May and what he can do for this team. So, yeah, I like that one. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, he's got a solid case for it. I know what he said. What am I stopping? What am I stopping, Lewis? I didn't see what I said. Listen, I got to hype him up. I mean, I'm jealous. I got it. I'm just out of the pass. No, here we go. Here we go. Listen, I always hear it from the Pats guys before, back in the day with Brady and Gronk, whenever they beat us, and I give those excuses like the Jesse James, and they'd say, no, scoreboard. So I'm telling Lewis right now, scoreboard. I know you guys say you beat them, you guys beat yourselves, but hey, we still won. I'm still counting that, so I don't want to hear it from those Pats fans on that one. So I'll bring up Jesse James. I'll keep bringing up some of those past ones over there too, but I got to give the Pats the flowers. Five with the 5 turnovers too, and don't forget about that pick in the end zone. But I gotta give the Pats their flowers, Josh. Drake May's legit and
playing great.
I just want a quarterback like that. It makes me sad watching just Rodgers just get obliterated in the pocket and not move around. So congrats to the Pats fans. They got their guy. Whatever.
I'm just peppering Ben with these comments.
I think we'll get another 500 season. We'll keep it going.
You got to think you go over. I mean, with that start, but I mean, the Patriots right now, they're rolling. They're rolling, Ben. I will say, was pulling up the standings here. As you guys could see, top team right now. They can very well overthrow the Colts or the Broncos in – I wasn't going to let this go missed because every week we usually locks, upsets in – I don't know why it's not showing, but I will say I will start with this. I can start with me because I think it's loading here for Ben, but I didn't do so well. I got both my it's a fail for me. I know we see a lot of green check marks, but it is a fail for me if my upset and lock do not go through. So for me, I don't love it. I don't know if Ben can talk to himself here for his. I know Charlie's on that lock for the Pats.
Yeah. I didn't do too well either. A lot more X's than mine than yours, Josh. But yeah,
we both missed our lock.
Yeah, we both. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta fade us. Sometimes you just gotta take our picks and look the other way. We can't be right all the time, but yeah, it's disappointing when you lose both those ones, Josh. And obviously, the lock was a little bit more of a troll job for me, but still, kind of that's what happens, if I'm gonna troll, I gotta take the consequences. So wasn't the best performance for me on that one, but yeah, I think that upset was even worse, Josh. The Cardinals, that wasn't good. The Cardinals, Seahawks though. Seahawks are legit. That's a scary team over there. I can make a deep playoff push. I know Josh's boy. He's missing his boy DeMarcus Lawrence. He was making some huge plays. He's not bad. He's not bad, Lewis. That offense just is gross.
Bo Nix is fine. He's fine.
Yeah, Bo Nix is fine. It's just I don't know what that offense. Come on, there. Sometimes I gotta go against the Ravens, but that offense just gets a little stagnant sometimes. I don't know what's going on, but Bo gets the job done. He gets the job done. They got a great defense.
And they're 8-2, Ben. They're 8-2.
I mean, these Pats fans always find something to complain about. Lewis is going to
Ben.
throw that in there, but here we go. You got to rile him up, but like
he's
said,
taking it back out on the Pats.
I got to, but no, it's a perfect point. It's just he gets the job done. They're 8-2. They're leading the division. Even when the Chargers started out 3-0 the division, Broncos going to lead on them now. So they're looking. Yeah.
Sorry, Bobby.
Sorry, Bobby. Yeah, that's
been there before.
A good parlay piece. Yeah, he's not a good parlay piece. Try to avoid him in those ones. He's like I said, he's not a fantasy guy. He's not a betting guy. If you're a Broncos fan, you like him. He gets the job done. Mobile, I know that's going to be the theme for me today. He can get, he can actually move around. Create plays out of nothing. So I want to do anything with them in fantasy, Josh, or anything like that.
Moving forward, we'll come back to the NFL. We've got we did our recap. Let's talk about the Bruins. They're playing right now, Ben. They are on fire. They've won 6 of their last games. They're tied right now, but I can't get a pulse on it. I cannot get a pulse on it. What happens? They start off 3-0, Ben, and then the next week we come back, they're 3-3. They win a few, they lose a few. What are they, like 6 and they're 7-7 the next time we see them, and then all of a sudden now they're 10-7. They beat the Maple Leafs. They beat a couple good, valuable teams too. I believe they beat the Senators. They beat the Devils. They went on a good little run there. Now they're tied right now against the Maple Leafs. I mean, I don't know. I've officially said I don't know. I'm still going to say the Bruins hover around 500, really just kind of tease with a wild card spot or just a slide-in spot there. I don't know anymore. I mean, they're playing great. If they win tonight, they're 11-7, and they'll probably prove me wrong because, weird segue here, but I was just talking about how Travion Henderson has not done anything at all this year, and then he runs off 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 huge home run plays there. For my Signal group chat would like that, but I don't know. Bruins are rocking right now, Ben, and I'm just going to keep going with the bug that I'm going with, and I don't know. We'll see, because every time I say that, they go on a good winning streak. And Swayman, all the boys, the defense, Middlestat, those depth pieces we talked about, they're all playing well right now.
No, it's just, like you said, Josh, these role players are actually stepping up, and they're doing their job. The defense is helping out Swayman in front of the net. It's not as easy. They're not scoring so many. We're not letting the Senators score 7 goals, and we're not having multiple games where we let up 7 goals. That's kind of a crazy number to let up, and we're winning these games 2-1, 3-2. As you mentioned, that Senators one, nice one in overtime. The Maple Leafs, that was a resilient win. Going down, going up. They win that one 5-3. Hey, we just scored. There we go.
Just scored, yeah.
Just scored. Let's go. I mean, I know the Maple Leafs are struggling and everything, but still, it's a talented team. Still got talent over there. It's still early in the season, but I mean, being second in the Atlantic behind the Canadians that are on fire. As you see, I mean, we've been gritty. This is the Bruins team that Marco Sturm wanted out of his first season. He mentioned, we kind of know the elephant in the room. There's not as much talent in here. This was kind of a transitional period for the Bruins, but they wanted to get back to those big bad Bruin days of just, being solid in front of the net and winning these close games and just being tough, not getting pushed around like they were, not just getting, being a little Swiss cheese out there and everything, just actually standing tall in front of the net and being more sort of early 2010s, playoff runs, and from that obviously Stanley Cup team, with Chara and McQuaid, all those guys, so they got a little bit of toughness back, Josh. So I like to see that from them, and they're fun to watch now. I know it's a little better. It's a little more entertaining when we're winning too, so it helps out. But it looks like they got a little more fire under themselves, and I don't know if Sturm said something to him or what, but they're playing a lot better and playing a lot more with intensity. So it's looking good. Hey, if we want to keep McAvoy around, I don't mind that now, everything. But okay, I wouldn't be crying if they sent him away. But we're playing good, Josh. So I'm excited, and that's a Bruins one. Okay, wow. I don't know what does that mean. If they win the cup or if they win the games tonight, Rob. You got to be a little more specific on that one. Okay, the cup. Okay, we'll let Jimmy know on that one. Yeah, I'd like to see that one. Them shake their hands. But Bruins and Celtics, Josh, it's looking good. Turning it around. Both of them turning it around a little. Celtics still a little shaky, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Bruins.
I agree, Ben. Celtics, we're actually going to get to them for a quick little Bruins and Celtics moment. But yeah, Bruins, you see here, they got the Maple Leafs, go on the road, Senators, Canadians, back against Hurricanes. And then, yeah, that's – I usually like to try and give a little preview of, what they're going to have, who they're going to play until they see us next week. But till next week, they got 3 games to iron out this record a little more, Ben, and this is what you want from the Bruins. Just win those games. Depth players step up. The Geekies, the middle stats. Actually, I don't even know if Geeky's a depth player right now because he's one of our top players. So the Geekies, I mean the middle stats, I'm blanking, the Lindholms, the Elias Lindholm, Mutton, all those guys just step up, and be productive out there. Like you said, the Strom's got these guys. I don't know what happened, what he said, but they're playing good, and that'll be a good one. That'll be a good one. Senators are a tough, gritty team. So we've got those. We've got the Bruins to look forward to right now. And like Ben said, they're playing fun hockey. They make us want to watch them. The Celtics, on the other hand, I don't know. Ben, I'm gonna stay with the same thing. I know they had a pretty big win Sunday against the Magic. They've done okay in the NBA Cup, but this is my problem here, Ben, is, I like Peyton Pritchard. He's proved me wrong, but you're asking these guys to play better than they are. Like Josh Manette, he's not that good. Kada, we've realized that now. Jerry was all running around his high horse. You need a big guy. I'm going to continue to say this. You have no depth at the 4 and 5 slots. Yes, you're missing Jason Tatum, but even with Jason Tatum, Ben, I don't see this team winning more than a series. I really don't. I think Jaylen Brown's done a great job in showing how he's 1B, how he can be a 2 on a team if some people want to take it that far. I think he's a 1B. I think he complements Tatum very well. He's done his job, but again, Ben, the East is not that good. You're playing a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference. If you were in the Western Conference, you would have no chance of making the playoffs at all. I would have said that from the very beginning. And the biggest hypotheses, the biggest analysis, the biggest prediction I had, and my biggest gripe with the Celtics coming into this season, Ben, was the Eastern Conference is not that good. You still have some good players there. You still have Derek White. You still have Simons. You still have Jaylen Brown. You still have Pritchard. You still have a competent little core there, even without Jason Tatum. And I don't know, Ben. I know you've kind of alluded to this before, but losing Porzingis, losing Al Horford, losing Tatum, losing a lot of those guys, Tatum obviously to injury, but losing a lot of those guys, it definitely caught up. And I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. This Celtics team should be an 8th seed, 10th. I don't know. Find a way to get into that play-in. They should not be a 10th seed, but if you don't make it in the play-in, I got nothing. I got nothing for you. I got nothing. Nothing. I love the Celtics, but I got nothing if that's the case. Also, Nico Harris, that situation. I'm a Cowboys fan, so I listen to a lot of Dallas radio. Wow. I mean, now he's fired. That's just in the NBA, things can change like that. But one thing I will say about the Celtics, I'm very glad to have Brad Stevens, very glad to have our ownership, or at least for now. But man, I don't know, Ben. I want your thoughts on the Celtics. Maybe I'm just being too harsh.
I haven't really seen that hairline one, too. I know he's been having some hair problems. I haven't seen anything too much on that hairline about JB, but yeah, I think that's from G right there. That's pretty much the point that sums up everything. Dallas would trade for AD. I like that one. But yeah, without JT, it's kind of limited. And as you said, Josh, we're asking these guys to, fill roles that they're not normally, used to filling, and I don't know if they can. Payne Pritchard, he's a great guy. He's great for us. He's stepped up when we need to. He's a great sixth man, but he's not a starter. Derek White taking on an expanded role too. He's just not that guy. And Magna too. Magna, I think I said right that time. I kind of butchered it last time. He's good. He's good in everything. He showed me a couple in some of these games, but he's not as good as we're making him out to be. These are just role players. And Keita too, as you mentioned. Just he's not the guy. It's just some of these guys you just can tell. Luka Garza. I mean, what do we expect? What do we expect when we're rolling these guys?
What are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we doing?
But as you said, Josh, too. But even with these guys, that being said, having all these guys, you should be able to make the play in. The East is bad. The East is bad and low. And as you get lower in the conference and everything, you should be able to sneak into the play-in game. As Rob said, JB's proven he can't be. He's not a leader. He's not like going to be able to take this team, to that, like what JT would be able to do. And I still like JB, sometimes more than JT. I still think he's a great player and everything, but JB's just, as I've mentioned a couple times already, he's not that guy. You could maybe take it, you can win a series, maybe. But he just needs another guy with him. He's more of a Batman. He's more of a Robin to the Batman, excuse me. And I love it. JB was my favorite. That was one of my biggest takes throughout the years on this show. I always preferred JB over Tatum. And I still do in some aspects. I think
that is true.
Yeah, they just both fit perfectly. JB needs Tatum, Tatum needs JB, and you're seeing what happens when one doesn't have the other. JB is expected to take on another expanded role like we're asking everybody to do. And we're seeing, these guys just can't handle it right now. And you can see by the record and just the inconsistency. It's nice to blow out the Wizards and everything, but then you lose a winnable game against the Magic, and I know you came back and bounced back about them, and hey, Rob, all right, fine, Rob. See, there you go, Jimmy. It's true. Once you figure out JB, he's limited, and that's what I'm saying about him. His limitations is that he's still an elite player in the league, still top 10 player in the league. I would say top 10, top 12. I might give him in that one. Still want him on the team, regardless of anything. But he just needs another guy. He needs Tatum with him. JB can't do all this by himself. So Derek White, love him too, but it's just he can't handle this, Josh. He can't just be one of these main guys. I don't know what's going on with him in the 3-point. He's just been struggling. This team, and like I said in the previous shows, maybe we need to stop chucking up threes. Maybe we just, I know we can still do it.
All they want to do.
That's all, that's all they want to do.
All they want to do.
But Missoula says they, you just get the 2-on-1 and you either shoot or you get another play, or you just go out to the other guy, or, you always go the 2-on-1s. He's been talking about that forever, but we've been leading the league in like 3-pointers for the past 3 years. It doesn't seem like we're taking it to the rim on that. It seems like we're just taking that 2-on-1 and kicking it out and shooting it and doing that process over and over again. And perfectly set from G2. We could use a guy like Drew Holiday, maybe a Luke Cornett, even Al Horford. I won't lie and say he's impacting the Warriors. To be honest, I don't want to give that take because I'm not sure if he is or not. I haven't really seen too much Warriors basketball, but I haven't heard anything that he's hurting the team. He's a great presence over there, great rebounder. But guys like that, Drew Holiday, Cornette, Al, it's just, KP, we didn't need KP. Still, not having KP hurts us, but you could replace that guy. His injuries kind of took him out for the latter parts of the season and everything. So I think we can move on from a guy like that. But these other key role players, Josh, Luka Garza isn't going to fill those shoes. So had to expect this with the team that they rolled out, and I think we're just reaping what we sowed in the offseason right now. So let's just get in the playing game, and much like the Bruins, let's have some fun. Let's see what we can do this year, and it's just, as she mentioned, splurge for next year. But going on that other point with Nico Harrison, yeah, it's everybody thought he was good, Josh, and then you get Cooper Flagg, and now he's injured and everything. I was kind of shocked by the firing, but that team's just struggling with injuries and everything. Would have liked to seen a little more finished product before they canned him, but it's the punishment for trading Luka. You can't trade Luka and not get away with it. You can't trade a player of that caliber and not get the results you want immediately, and you're gonna have to face the punishment on that.
Just tough. I don't know. That was one of the craziest trades I will ever remember, and I remember waking up like, what just happened? But as you see here, Celtics 10th, and they've got a big game tonight. Bruins and Celtics both playing tonight. Celtics on the road, Bruins at the Garden, but Celtics go 76ers, Grizzlies, Clippers, and of course next week while we're live on the show, they'll be playing the Nets. So they've got a couple good ones there. They've got Grizzlies, they should win that. Nets, they should win that. I mean, I expect them to at least go 2-2. Why not 3-1? But I don't know, Ben. They don't have that depth. I'm not going to dive too much into it. We'll talk more about the Celtics as the season goes on. But like Bobby said, Bobby kind of alluded to it earlier. He said, in his terms, that he feels they got lucky. They kind of, they cashed in, they won. I don't necessarily think they got lucky. I think they deserved it. But, and again, not that Bobby said they didn't deserve it, but I think to Bobby's point that's kind of sticking with me here is a lot can change in 1 or 2 years. I mean, 2 years ago, you're a contender and you're thinking, oh, these guys are going to be it for the next 3 to 4 years. And last year, Jason Tatum's injury falls down like that. Now you're fighting for play-ins, and not good. We've got some comments here, but moving forward, we're gonna try and get you guys right around 7:58. We're gonna be hard out, guys. We've got the Veterans Day Memorial Show happening on here on the Minifan Network, so we'll be getting you to that right at 8:00. But other than that, we'll keep moving, and we are going to keep moving to this week. We've got big game. We'll start off with this Thursday night football, 1 p.m. The 2-7 Jets, or 2-8, whatever they are now, 3-8, 2-7, whatever. Going on to play the Patriots at home. I didn't even know this was at home. This Thursday night football, quick turnaround for the Patriots. I think 11-point spread. They said on the Kirk Minahan show today. Ben, I mean, how can you not go with the New England Patriots right now? I disagree with anybody. I forget who it was. I think it might have been Cullinane, but I do not think that this game's going to be close. I think the Patriots, I don't know if they cover the spread, but they're going to win by more than 10. And in my book, if you lose by more than 10, that's not really keeping it close. I'm going to say even they do cover the spread. I just talked myself into it. Drake May's playing great. They're at home. They're literally on fire right now. The weather should be fine. It's not going to be a snowy game. Jets just got rid of everybody. They got their nice win. They're probably their last win of the season. Maybe one more. Maybe they beat the Dolphins if they match up with them again. I don't know. I'm not a Jets fanatic, but I've got the Patriots. They've got the mojo right now, Ben. They've got better talent. They've got the better coach. They've got the better players. And, of course, they've got the better quarterback. Justin Fields, I don't like what I'm seeing there. If I'm Ben, I'm very happy we're done with that situation. You don't want that. I mean, that's not much better than what you got with Aaron Rodgers. At least Aaron Rodgers is a proven winner. So I got the Patriots in this one. Drake May's riding hot. He hears the noise for that MVP caliber season, and I think it's going to continue on. I don't even think he's going to turn the ball over at all. I think the Jets, they're going to play tough. They might score a touchdown or two. I'm going to say the Jets lose 28-7. I think the Patriots cover at home. They blow them out. Thursday night football games can be weird. Doesn't matter. Talent outbeats talent, no talent, and that's what you're going to see on Thursday night.
Yeah, everyone in New England's getting prepped for this game. Yeah, especially that's a big dumpster fire over there.
Wow,
it's nice.
It's a good little stat.
Little stat from Jimmy. Appreciate that. Yeah, everybody remember that one. Just for going for Thursday. But I agree. It's just I wanted to take. Hey, the troll in me always wants to bet against them, but as Josh said, the Jets got their win. Great, great win against the Browns. 2 special teams touchdowns back to back. I think it was punt returns for touchdowns. That's not going to happen against the Patriots at home. They're getting revved up. Thursday night football. This there hasn't been a game like this. I was listening to 98.5 before. Zolak was saying they already got like 11, 18 wheelers out there. The whole production crews are coming over there. Gillette's going to be rocking. They haven't had a game like this in a while. I think, as we mentioned before, that win against Tampa, and Tampa kind of, hey, there were still some skeptics out there for the Patriots saying it's eventually going to hit that wall, but I think everyone's bought in now. Everyone's bought in, and they're getting excited. They haven't had a game like this in a while, so everyone's revved up for this one. As much as the troll in me wants to take the Jets, I can't. It's the Pats. They're going to kill them. I don't know, as Josh said. Who knows if the Jets are going to get another win. It's been nice these past couple of weeks, get these wins in there, but Justin Fields going to get exposed. He was exposed in that Browns game. They got a great defense, but I don't know how many yards, to be honest. I'll probably get corrected on this one. I don't think he threw for more than there we go. Let's go, Jimmy. Appreciate that from them over there. But for the Pats, they're gonna steamroll them, Josh. I'll go 35-10. 35-10. Drake May's gonna have a field day with this team, and Justin Fields I'm pretty happy he's not with us anymore.
I don't blame you there. I was debating 10 points for the Jets, but I only see one touchdown there. Sunday, 1 p.m. Bengals. I'm hoping that they can turn things around for my boy Joe Burrow. They're going up against the Steelers. The Steelers, they're going to win this one. I'll keep it short. We're running close for time. Steelers are going to win this one. They're going to handle this divisional game. This is one they know they need. I don't love the Bengals defense at all. I like their offense, but there's only so much the offense can do. I think good outweighs the bad. And guess what? The Steelers just have a little bit more good on their team. They're a more balanced football team. They're at home. They get the win. It's going to be kind of close. I'll say 24-17. Steelers get the win at home.
Yeah, Josh. So we'll keep it short and sweet, too. If we don't win this game, it's over. If we can't beat the Bengals at home, so just pack it in for the rest of the year.
Over.
Yeah. If we can't win this game, it's over. Start Will Howard. Get Rodgers out of here. Maybe I'll let Rodgers go play in Chicago one last time, but after that, get him out of here. If Will Howard can let it go for us, because if we can't beat the Bengals after this one, I know Joe Flacco looked good against us last time. Yada yada yada. That was in Cincy. It was a Thursday night game. Thursday night games get weird. These primetime games, so either hit or a miss. That was a hit. That was one of the better Thursday night games. Still wish Muth just went out of bounds, but I digress. I think we get this one. We gotta get this one. There's really no other sort of talk about it, Josh. It can't get much worse than last week. Tomlin's got to get these guys fired up. Just got to get something from them. Offense has to turn it around. I can't see, 5 straight 3-and-outs anymore. I can't just see the same play over and over again. Get Rodgers the smelling salts. Get him whatever he needs. I can't have another performance like that. So I'm taking the Steelers to win. Excuse me, I almost said Bengals. But if we lose this one, it's over for us.
Man, oh man, that's where the times are at for the Steelers. Here we go. Cowboys finally back after a bye week. They've got a rejuvenated defense. Tough week for them. Tough week for my Cowboys. Tough week thinking about Marshawn Nealon's family. My guy was able to recover that touchdown. I'm happy he was able to have that moment. But definitely a tragic situation in Dallas. So hopefully they can come into this game. They've dedicated, the rest of the season for him and moving forward. But yeah, hopefully they can take his spirit, come into this Monday Night Football game. This is a game they have to win. Geno Smith is awful. I mean, this would be the game where Geno Smith turns better, but I've got hope. It's kind of like Christmas Day now. The defense is all different now. You've got Overshown back. You've got Siobhan Revel coming back. You've got Quinnen Williams from the Jets that we just talked about, the gutted Jets. I'm hoping the Cowboys get this win. I'll keep it nice, short, and sweet here. I think the Cowboys win. I'm going to say they win by 10. That number 10 coming up here a lot. I think they're going to do what they can. I think we're going to see some improvement on the defense. The offense has been very quiet. My brother told me a stat here. DeMarcus Lawrence has more touchdowns this season than CeeDee Lamb. I think CeeDee Lamb only has 1. Granted, he missed some time. That's still kind of ridiculous. We're missing DeMarcus Lawrence, trust me. But CeeDee Lamb will score. He'll get in the end zone. Pickens is going to have a good game. Crosby may have his sack, but the Cowboys defense plays a lot better, I think. I'm not saying that they're going to be amazing, but I think you see enough improvement for them to be better and to get this win by 10 points. The Cowboys, it's all or nothing. These are the games you need, and you've got a tough stretch after that. So Cowboys get this win, and yeah, Ben, I'll say 27-17.
I'll go 24-17. I forgot to say my score for the Steelers-Bengals one. 24-17 on that. There we go, Maris. I don't know about the Javante one, but I just want to echo that sentiment from Josh too. R.I.P. to Marshawn Elam. Just terrible tragedy and great young player. Just sad to see. So hopefully the Cowboys can, obviously, Josh mentioned they honor him for the rest of the season. Hopefully they can use that as a spark for them and everything. But I just want to send out the condolences to the family and everything. But for the Cowboys, hopefully a little more positive note on that one with them against the Raiders. I think they bounce back. As Josh said, the defense, getting some of the key pieces over there. Quinn Williams, Overshawn, I think it says his name right, Overshawn. They're looking, getting those guys back. Well, getting Quinn Williams added to the team, getting Overshawn back. I think that should help out this team. The Raiders just a mess. They're just awful. So you got to take advantage of that. Going to be a closer game than I think people think, but I'll go 28-20. Cowboys. They get this win. Quinn Williams makes a big impact over here, but that's a crazy stat. Shout out to Cody on that one. That was crazy about DeMarcus Lawrence, but I know Cody. I keep forgetting to text.
That was Shane. That was Shane's stat.
Oh, that was Shane's stat. Oh, excuse me.
That was Shane's stat.
I'm giving him the same echo on that one. Cody wants me to trade him Olave in the fantasy league. I'm not trading you Olave.
This kid's always up to something.
I keep forgetting to text him back. I'm sorry. I apologize to that one. I apologize to Shane and Cody. I'm late to their text messages with the trades, but those guys in their trades are a little crazy, as Josh knows about that. So no, sorry. I need Olave. Garrett Wilson being out for a prolonged period of time hurt me. So. Sorry, Cody.
I like it, Ben. Cowboys, Mary, never trade. Never do that. Wow. She does not want him to get traded. I'll go first. My lock of the week. They just abysmal performance last night, and I think they are a little overrated. A little overrated coming into the year. But I got the Packers this week. The Giants are just a mess. This has... the writing on the wall for the Packers to light it up. They're frustrated. You saw it. You saw Parsons and company. You saw Jordan Love not play well. This is what Jordan Love does. He plays good one week, then he doesn't. Plays good. Hey, he's on pace to play good this week. I think they cover this spread. I think, again, I know that we saw the Packers keep it close with teams like the Panthers they lost to, the Cowboys who aren't that good this season, even the Cardinals they almost lost to, but guess what? They get this win on the road. That's my lock of the week.
I like it. Yeah. Packers, Jordan Love stinks. That's just a little fantasy anger for me on that one. Yeah, I don't know. He's just an awful performance from them this past Monday. Shout out to the Eagles. I know Josh doesn't like to hear that, but Eagles look legit. Texans are my lock. Yeah, Eagles look nice. Texans are my lock. What a win against the Jags coming through there. I want to come back from them. I think they're just going to keep using that energy, using that momentum. There's not out of that division. That was a huge win for them. They can still claw their way into it. I know Stroud's injured, but Tennessee's just stink. I know it's at home. Going to be a little closer than people think, but I got the Texans in my lock. I like that one.
That's an interesting one. I mean, that game was insane. I mean, that pick six that was kind of like a fumble was nuts way to end that game. They're like I mean, I don't believe in the Texans at all. I like this take a lot because I think the Titans are worse, but crazy ending to that game, Ben. I mean, that was a wild one.
Yeah, the Texans, and a little crazy one from them, but like I said, playing with house money, so might as well let it loose.
I don't know what it is. I said it on this show. I think the Bears are going to upset the Vikings this week. I heard Mary earlier say, how do you take the Vikings over the Ravens? I don't know. This is a different game. I mean, weird, but maybe I'm going on that sentiment. I don't believe in the Vikings. I don't believe in J.J. McCarthy. And Jeff, the Colts fan, in one of my chats said it perfectly today, as the announcers did last week, as I say, as everybody's thought, the Bears just pull these wins out of their ass. They're 6-3 right now. They find a way to win the game at the end of the game. Caleb Williams is playing great, and not many people are talking about it. It's kind of weird. Like, I love him. I love him. I like him a lot as a player. I'm going to go quick because we got that hard out, but I think the Bears get the win on the road. I don't like the Vikings, and man, I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think I'm all in on Caleb Williams. I think I like him a lot, and I think they get the win here. I just want to say, as we always do, I'm going to turn it over to Ben. Want to thank everybody for tuning in. Happy Veterans Day, and just a salute to service to all those who have served for us. And like I said, we'll be getting you over to that big 8 o'clock show for Veterans Day. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I'm going to turn it over to Ben.
I appreciate it, Josh. Echoing all that to everybody. Great comments from everyone, as always. I got the Jags as my upset. I don't know why. Who cares? Give me the Jags. They just, again, that awful loss last week. I think they're going to bounce back, but take it with a grain of salt on that. I'm still a little salty about the Chargers, but happy Veterans Day to everyone, and shout out to everyone who's served and serving, the real heroes out there, and stay tuned for the Minifan show, honoring the vets.
Score timeout talks. Timeout talks.